Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
Hello, crypto friends. How are we doing out there? Good morning. Good afternoon for some of you. Technology, you have to laugh at it and smile and embrace when things don't work out. So we're finally up here and running. We are live. Today is April 27th at 8:30 a.m. We are late at the Crypto Morning Show, so thanks for sticking with me. So we're looking here at the liquidation chart. Thankfully, some of you folks are starting to listen, not over leveraging yourself. And yes, no liquidations to report this morning. So let's head on to BTC USD. We're climbing into the sales target and getting up there. So let's hear BTC USD. We are at the support level 53,183.47 and resistance 55,515.71. Starting to pay attention to this RSI down here, so watch that as we climb up through that zone. Moving on to ETH, Ethereum, up 1.36% into our sales target. As you can see here, we have the resistance that we left with you from last night, so we're going to move that up there and recognize that we are in that particular zone. Should you choose to take advice from some guy on YouTube. Anyway, support 2475.84 and resistance up there to 2587.44. As you know, I have taken my profit here, left some on the table, as I always do. And if you're still in this one, you'll just bring this stop loss up there just beneath that right there. Moving on to BNB, Binance Coin. Couldn't get through that resistance, so we're going to have to recalibrate and hang on to our tails as we are looking for new support at the 565.14 and resistance up at the 580.202. Moving on to ADA, Cardano. Cardano found its wings, got up through there, so we got through that 100-day moving average is what we was looking for. And going to have support 1.285 and resistance at the 1.34 for Cardano. DOT USD PolkaDot climbing up through here, chugging away. So we have support 33.97, resistance up there at 35.15, and volume's kind of drying up just a little bit, so keep that in mind. But we are watching that 12-day moving averages. It's making its way up. Moving on to the Doge, DOGE USD. I'm sure you heard about it. Doge support still at the 0.2581. Resistance still at the 0.2895. Sideways Doge. Moving on to LTC USD. LTC USD. Hopefully we're still live. We're having problems here, as we always do. 251.21 support. Resistance 259.80 for LTC USD. Having a look at Chainlink, LINK USD. Got it all adjusted there for you. So looking at Chainlink, support 35.928 and resistance up there at 37.60. We'll move on to Stellar XLM USD Stellar going stellar. Climbing its way all the way through that sales target. So we are taking some profit, leaving some on to play with here, and we'll move that stop loss as well as we move up through here. So we'll put that stop loss just beneath that previous low. So support 0.508, resistance up there at the 0.523. Looks like we're going to have to come down and retest that 12-day moving average. So watch out for that guy. Move on to VET Vechain. And we have support at the 0.208 and resistance 0.2223. Moving on to Vethor, VTHO USD. Resistance up there as we hit the sales target. So this big giant hint and a wink. So we have support 0.0202, resistance 0.0218 for the Thor. Moving on to FIL USD. Tight range here, and we'll just leave it at that. That's what we had from last night. 151.13, support 155.112. So FIL USD doing a little sideways action. STORJ trying to shine here in the limelight, and we'll move that up there. There we go. Support $2.00. So watch that psychological $2, and then the resistance up there 2.12, and hoping to close above that 100-day moving average as we will get some excitement if that happens, and then we'll put this stop loss just beneath that previous low there. Moving on to IOTA, Internet of Things. Clearly we have the resistance up to 2.239, support above that 100-day moving average. Watching these moving averages starting to climb up here, so looking strong for IOTA. And support down to 2.152. Moving on to comp. We found ourselves a new all-time high. There we go. Up there was 689 even for the all-time high. And we'll just move that resistance out of the way. Well, we can put it right there as we fight that resistance as we speak. 670.46, and then we have our support level right there, 661.622. Moving on to everything needs attention, like basic attention coin. Resistance up at the 1.25. Support. Got to look over here to these previous lows, so we're looking right at that guy there, 1.21 for support and 1.25 resistance. Moving on to Ethereum Classic. Just a reminder, take some profit every once in a while. If you're not doing that, put some money in your pocket. We have support 32.87 and resistance 34.484, and moving that stop loss up there just in between those moving averages, just in case. And I will mention that the volume is kind of dwindling, drying up here. Moving on to XEM USD. NEM. Resistance up at the 0.354, and then support 0.333. Moving on to MANA USDC. Hopefully you're starting to see a pattern here. And we have resistance up there at the 1.330, and then your support level 1.27. Moving on to ZIL, ZIL, USD. ZIL looking a little bit stronger than the others, so we're looking at resistance 0.1982. And your support level is going to be right on that 100-day moving average and these previous lows at the 0.186. Moving on to NU. Oh, wait, before we go, looking at this RSI, we are overbought, so keep that in mind, folks. So let's think we have ourselves. Can I grab that? No, I can't get a hold of it. But anyway, we would put our stop loss. If you're in this trade with me, put that stop loss just beneath that previous low. I would put it at 0.1752 if I was me. Moving on to NU, USD. Almost getting up to our sales target there. Support right there at the 0.4646. Resistance still remaining up at the 0.490. So we're climbing our way into that sales target as indicated on this trade idea. But we will bring that stop loss up there. Right in that range right there. Moving on to NMR USD. And resistance there, 68.97. And support, 66.28 for NMR. GRT USD, the graph token. The graph is heading its way up there. Found resistance at the 1.582. And looking for support to hold up at the 1.50 psychological, bringing that stop loss into play since we are active in the trade now. Moving on to UNI, Uniswap. These swap tokens are getting a lot of attention at the moment. So made ourselves a new all-time high up there to 40.656 and found resistance just beneath that, right at the $40 range. And looks like we're leaning back on that support level as we speak. See that 12-day moving average here on the 1 hour, 39.25. AAVE USD. Resistance up there at the, yeah, we'll get over there, 434.86, and support climbing through that 421.86. Moving on to MKR USD. We can see that all-time high in our sights. There we go. And so we have resistance up at the 4547.05. And support hanging right there on that previous low at the 4392.22. And this one we are going to bring that stop loss just beneath that previous low over there. Moving on to audio as we get into these NFTs that everybody thinks so much about. We are looking at 2.45 resistance and 2.26 support. And look at this 12-day moving average straight up action here, crossing over the 100-day. So watch for this 26 to cross. We should have some more upside potential. So we'll keep an eye on that one today. Moving on to CHZ, USD. The cheese. Resistance at the 0.540 and support there at the 0.49. Moving on to Theta, THETA, USD. Yes, I am dying from allergies. Apparently, you can die a fatal death of being immersed in pollen. So thanks for sticking with me. I appreciate all your support. Hit that like button and subscribe button if you can support me as I pass away into the pollen death. So we're looking at support for Theta, THETA USD, support down there at the 11.370 and resistance up there at 11.88, and massaging that stop loss up just beneath these lows. And whatever your tolerance is there, folks, but just keep that. Always trade with a stop loss if you are trading. Buy me a house next year when you finally figure that out. Moving on to ENJB USD. Looking up there, look at that 100-day moving average giving us grief here on ENJ. So we're gonna, you see, we got up there with this previous high, the resistance at the 2.6595, and support there at the 2.5317. And there our little stop loss is, and we'll bring it just beneath that 12-day moving average. Wrap it up with Harmony One, ONE, USD. Look up there. Almost got to our sales target. But we are patient. So looking at support to hold up at the 0.1377 and resistance up there, 0.1530. All these moving averages coming up. We're about to get to 12 and the 100 cross. And looks like about 8 hours from now, we'll get that 26 to come along with it. We're Harmony One. Let's have a look at Bitcoin dominance, still about the same. Kind of strange that it's down there at the 0.5, I should say 50.74. Used to saying point when I'm talking altcoins. And so 50.74, so we're slightly down on Bitcoin dominance, and we'll look over here to the total crypto market cap. We are up above that 2 trillion mark, which we usually get some volatility and love. 2 trillion and 26 billion for total crypto market cap. Folks, thank you for stopping by. Before you go, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Very, very pain free. And I'll see you tonight at the Crypto Happy Hour. Have a great day, everyone.